Hi and welcome to WEH Videos. My name is Skip, and today I want to talk about the equipment you should have for your flight simulator. I'm getting a lot of questions about what is the right yoke to buy and what do I really need. And so I've come up with a minimum requirement. A minimum is a yoke or a joystick and rudder pedals. Without these, you're just going to struggle with smoothly controlling the airplane. You know, over the years of flying on a computer, I started back in the late 1980s, I came to realize two mandatory controls. A good yoke or joystick with easy to reach buttons and switches, and rudder pedals. With today's sophisticated simulators, I cannot imagine trying to fly without a yoke and rudder pedals and a trim wheel. For one, it's the most realistic. You know, having been flying a real Cessna 172 for a couple of years now, I appreciate how realistic flying on the computer can be with these controls. There are many companies out there, but then I think there's the two most affordable and popular are the CH products and the Satec products. And I have used both over the years, and I want to share with you my experience. Now, I'm not saying that these are the best or these are what you should have, but this is just my experience with these products. So I started with this CH product yoke, and it's a fine yoke and it worked well for years. When it died, I decided to try the CH products Eclipse yoke. And it has more switches and buttons than the other CH yoke, and I find this to be quite an advantage and worth the extra money. After using it for several years, I'm now really happy with this. I've tried the Satec yokes, their regular yoke and their Cessna yoke, and while they're really good, I found them lacking in switches and buttons. And I had to use the keyboard for some of the things I wanted to do, and I didn't like that. I don't like using the keyboard. And because of that, I ended up returning these. For rudder pedals, I used the Satec Cessna pedals. These are very close to the real airplane, and I really enjoy them. However, they would not stay in place on the floor. I have carpet in the floor, and so when I tried to use the pedals, they would just slide away from me. To fix this, I cut a piece of wood, a piece of plywood the same size as the base of the rudder pedals, and I drove nails through the woods so that they would stick out the bottom about 1/4 of an inch. Then I mounted the pedals on top of the wood, and the nails would go into the carpet on a slight angle, but they wouldn't reach the hardwood floor. This kept them from slipping, and I have to say they're quite nice. Satec has a regular rudder pedal that they make. I don't know if you want to call it regular, but another rudder pedal. And I've never used these. I don't know what they're like, but I'm sure they're fine. I don't know if they have the slipping problem. CH product makes a rudder pedal, and they're really pretty good too. I used them for years, and still I started flying the real Cessna. And then I wanted to use the Satec just because it was pretty close to what's really in the airplane. The nice thing about the CH pedals is they never slipped on the carpet. They're not as realistic, but they get the job done quite well. The Satec Cessna trim wheel is very nice. I mounted it on a block of wood that is about the same height as the real wheel in the real Cessna 172. So I can reach down with my right hand and trim just like the real thing. Now I know these controls can be expensive, but if you can save up and buy one at a time over time, you'll really appreciate it. Once you've flown with these, you'll wonder how you ever got along without them. So here's my setup once again. I have the CH Eclipse yoke, the Satec rudder pedals, and the Satec trim wheel. If you're going to buy just one controller, then I recommend the CH Eclipse yoke right here. It has plenty of buttons and switches, And more importantly, it has two paddles right here that can be programmed for your rudder pedals. This isn't perfect, but it's better than using the keyboard or other buttons for the rudder by far. Now, you're never going to get the real feel for flying without rudder pedals. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. The paddles on the Eclipse will help, but it's not going to be the same. So there's my 2 cents on controls for your simulator. I know there's more products out there. These are just the ones that I am familiar with. They're all really good. I'm sure there's some that might be better out there. So take this for what it's worth. Just my 2 cents. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this, please click the like button. If you would like to leave a comment or send me a message, ask me a question, please do so. And thank you again so much for watching, and God bless.